Hey, you beautiful twin flames. And here I go again with one earphone in and one earphone out. That's better. Now I can hear myself. It's kind of muffled if you keep both earphones in. That's funny. Now, I'm so excited to talk to you today. Look, I want to show you first and foremost, I've got a candle here. Ready? Can you see the candle? You kind of can. Ooh, not. Maybe you can't see the flame, but you can see that I've lit the candle. And I wanted to do this because we're going into that silly old Mercury retrograde again, which means some of your exes, I don't know, there's a few sayings about exes, but you know, exes and people from your past might start trying to come in at the moment. So I wanted just to give you a little heads up to, you know, not entertain that if that happens. I also wanted to show you I wanted to show you Cookie because he's been missing you. He said the other day when we did that video, when, you know, it was just hands and tarot cards, he couldn't be in the picture, and so he's been a little bit sad. So now he's really happy again. Yes, you are. I can see how bright his eyes are. Wow. I've been taking really good care of him because he's so special. And Donkey, of course, and him are best of friends, even though sometimes they give each other a little bit of a hard time. But that happens, doesn't it? So anyway, your exes or your past people that you kind of let go of before might be coming back to you now, twin flames. So this is just a little heads up warning. The other thing is I want you to drink more water, okay? What I do if it's cold is I boil the kettle and I have warm water. You know, I just add hot water and then I add a little bit of cool water. And of course, if you've got a water source that's not from the tap, that's the best because there are chemicals, you know, in tap water. So get rainwater or spring water or some kind of water that's not got all these yucky chemicals in them, okay? Today is going to be cool because I'm going to talk about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind with relation to the twin flame journey, and kind of as a metaphor of the twin flame journey. So I think you're going to find it really interesting. And I also think that it was a beautiful question from one of my longtime viewers. So thank you very much for asking this question because, you know, normally I answer lots of different questions on Fantastic Friday, but for this Friday, this one's a little bit longer, so I'm just going to answer this question. Remember, you can email me your twin flame questions, you know, and that you want answered on a Fantastic Friday, and I'll do my very best to answer them for you. So we're back to drawing, and you know how great I am at drawing. I don't know, it just was never my thing, but it's kind of funny to look at my drawings. You know, you can understand them. That's the most important thing. I'm still drawing stick figures. Alright. So, what I'm going to explain to you now can be reversed, alright? So if I'm talking about the DF and the DM, this can be reversed, alright? So I just want you to know that before I begin. Whew, what a topic. My brain's going, oh no, don't do this topic. This is the most confusing one. Let's hope we can take the confusion. Let's take the C out of confusion for today. Alright, so I know many of you can be different genders. Some of you are divine masculines in a female body and vice versa. Some of you, you know, take gender how it resonates and flip it around if you need to, because I'm going to give you the answers using DM and DF just so we can make sense of it here. Okay, so this is a metaphor, all right? This is a metaphor for the twin flame journey so that you can understand it better. And I'll get started. Okay, so just bear with me as you can hear my brain think. Many divine feminines who are usually the runners, and I'll write that down, the chasers. Goodness me, I'm already stuffing up. This is why I've written it all down before I started. Okay, many of the divine feminines who were, at the get-go, they were the chaser, you know what I mean, the chaser in the journey, are the conscious part of the twin flame journey, okay? And the runner, he may not be running now, your divine masculine, but if in the very beginning he was the runner, then he's the subconscious, okay? So flip it around to how it resonates for you. Whoever was the chaser is the conscious part of the twin flame journey, and whoever was the runner at the very beginning is the subconscious. I mean, when you first met, no one was running or chasing, but you know what I mean. It gets to that point when someone eventually does run and someone chases, usually. Okay, unless you're Gandhi or Jesus, and then that doesn't happen. But for most of us humans, there's a subconscious and a conscious. Okay, so divine feminine, let me talk about you as the conscious. Okay, I'm just going to say the divine feminine is the conscious and the divine masculine is the subconscious, because that's usually the chaser and the runner. Okay, but flip it if you need to. It doesn't have to be gender orientated at all here. So whoever did the chasing in the beginning, whoever seems to be more awakened to the journey, all right, is the conscious mind. This twin flame counterpart is the awakened one. This twin flame knows what it's doing because it's conscious of the journey, okay? It's conscious of the journey. This is more than likely why you're the one watching tarot videos and your divine masculine, let's say, has no clue about the twin flame journey, or it might just be, something that they've heard or something like that. Okay, the conscious part of the twin flame journey, the divine feminine, is connected to the mind, and that affects everything. All right, so I'm going to hold that up if you want to take a screenshot or something so that you can understand it better rather than rewinding me. Okay, this is kind of what the whoever was the chaser in the beginning is the conscious part of the twin flame journey. Now, the divine masculine, for my example, is the subconscious mind part of this journey. This is the unawakened part. This is just, seems to be non-reactive, it's like, well, they're not awake. How could they possibly understand? I mean, you have that bubble love phase. You both come into that knowing. Maybe he's kind of spiritual, maybe not. Depends on, each personal journey. But they're kind of just going about their everyday life, working, or they may be with a karmic partner or something like that. But they're unawakened to the fact that they're even on a journey in most cases. In 99.999% of cases, just like condoms are 99.999% effective. That's kind of funny. That's another metaphor. All right. So this subconscious mind part of the journey is a snapshot of what's happening. Okay, so they always seem to be doing something. The divine masculine the subconscious part of the journey always seems to just be doing something. You know, they're just working, or they're just helping out their friend, or they're just, you know, seeming to be doing something all of the time. You know, they're just sort of on autopilot, it seems, for the divine feminine. All right. Now, the interesting part of this is that they are, whether you realize this or not, connected to all that you do, and they kind of work like a muscle reacting to what the conscious or divine feminine is doing. All right, so here's this. If you want to screenshot it, make sure you get my face out of it. Just screenshot the words. You don't want to take a photo of my face. Goodness me. You might break your camera. That is funny. All right, so this is interesting, because whatever divine feminine is doing, if she is the conscious part of the journey, okay, it is going to have an effect on the subconscious. Okay, so let's just take a little back step for a moment and talk about, you know, in reality, what the mind really does. So our conscious mind, you know, is this frontal part of our mind that works by, you know, we look around and we see, I don't know, I can see this glass of water here, and I can see the straw, and I've decided with my conscious mind to have a sip of water. Or I've decided this morning that I'm going to bring you this video, or light my candle, okay, or, you know, eat some breakfast, etc., etc. You know, we could go on and on and on. Okay, so this is the awakened part of us that is conscious of what's going around us. Okay, so we are conscious of being alive. We are conscious that we are twin flames. If you're on this channel with me, you know that you're a twin flame. We are conscious of our gender. We are conscious of our culture. We're conscious of a lot of different things. Okay? And that uses a lot of energy in the brain to think about things. So when we're thinking about things, you know, it does take energy. All right, so it's an energetic thing when we use our mind. Now, the subconscious part of our mind kind of sits in the back, and it's like Uncle Ron. Have you got an Uncle Ron, or Uncle Jeffrey, or Uncle whoever? They're at the birthday party. You know, that guy with the camera who just takes his camera everywhere? He's snapshotting all of the whole birthday, or all of that wedding, or all of that engagement party, or all of that 21st birthday party, right? And, you know, the one, he shows everyone all of the photos, and, you know, you've got, I don't know, auntie eating too much cake, and kids doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, and, you know, all of that stuff. Okay, now Uncle, let's call him Uncle Ron, he's been taking this snapshot of the whole birthday, and all the people there haven't even really realized that he's there. He's just taking these screenshots, right? And some of the people who were at the party kind of go, oh crap, he got me mid eating that huge piece of cake, and I've got cake all around me. Or you know, I was dancing and my boob was in my face, or, you know, all of that kind of thing, where someone takes photos and you're not ready. You know, it's not like everyone line up and smile. It's just that dude with the camera that you want to kill later on, you know. Okay, so that's the subconscious mind. That's the metaphor for the subconscious mind. It's continually taking screenshots of our life, whether we like it or not. It's on autopilot. Uncle Ron is kind of on autopilot. It's like, where did this guy come from? Are we even related to Uncle Ron? How dare he strap a camera onto his body and take photos of absolutely everything? every minute of your life, you know. So the conscious mind has to participate in, I want to get a glass of water, I want to put the straw in it, I want to drink it. Okay, the conscious mind thinks that before it does it. Okay, the subconscious mind, excuse me, only takes a photograph of it all happening. Okay, this is kind of why the people who have PTSD, who've been through trauma, okay, maybe the situation of war is a good one. You know, you've got someone who went to war, who's been trained in the army or the navy, let's say, and they go and experience war. Now they know that they've got to get their gun and shoot the enemy, or round up those prisoners, or they've got orders to fulfill, which is the conscious part of them that they've been trained to do, the frontal part of the mind that knows what to do, that's been trained what to do, and yet the whole time they were in that war scenario, there's been that screenshot going on in the back of their mind, taking, maybe there was atrocities there, maybe there was, maybe they saw horrible things, maybe they saw killing, maybe they saw things that they shouldn't have seen, stuff that's too hard to kind of get rid of, or maybe they heard, bombs going off, or they saw someone pass away, or all of that kind of thing. That's the subconscious mind will take screenshots of that. So when they come back home, let's say, away from the war scenario, they might hear a loud bang, and the subconscious grabs onto that, and then they can be in fear or have anxiety that there's a bomb really going off when there's not. I hope that's making sense for you. So let me get back into the metaphor now. I've just kind of given you a little example of how the conscious mind and the subconscious mind work, so we know that the conscious mind is that obvious awake part. Oh, I'm awake now, I need to brush my teeth. That's a conscious thought. Oh, I'm thirsty now, I need to have a sip of water. That's also a conscious thought. Prayer is a conscious thought. Calling your mum is a conscious thought. All right. So what happens is the divine feminine comes into the journey, and she knows that it's the journey. It's unmistakable sometimes. Maybe in the get-go you kind of go, oh, hang on a minute, am I going crazy? Maybe I'm not on the twin flame journey. Maybe it's all in my head. But then you kind of come to realize that there's so many synchronicities and things going on in your outer world. You might be seeing numbers, you might be seeing songs, you might be thinking of your twin flame and dreaming of them, and they call you when you're thinking of them, and all of that synchronicity stuff happens. And then you go, yes, I'm consciously, truly experiencing this, and you make a decision that you are. And so whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking about, however you're behaving in your own life, they're over there, let's say, their physical body's over there, and you're over here. You might be worlds apart, or you might just be down the street from one another. But sometimes it can take years for you to realize that whatever you are doing, whatever you are thinking about, whatever you are behaving like, is actually having a major impact on what's going on with them. So as you go about your daily life, I don't know, let's say you're having a shitty week. All right. Hang on, do I need the swearing bell? Shitty week. I mean, shitty's not too bad, is it? I don't know. But that sometimes we need the swearing bell. Donkey's saying use the swearing bell just in case. Thank you, Donkey. Okay, so if you're having a shitty week, right, you may be in a negative train of thought. You may be saying things like, that doesn't work for me. Oh, of course I stubbed my toe. It's going to be that kind of week, right? I take that back. I don't mean that for myself, but I'm just trying to give you examples. And if you're in that negative spiral of thought, it can also occur within the twin flame journey. You know, you might be saying, he never calls, he never texts, he never wants to see me, you know, he's going to be with his karmic forever, or I don't know, you know, I'll stuff the journey, or whatever it is. And if you're in that negative mindset, what you're not realizing is that, you know, the divine masculine, if that's who you were originally chasing, you know, from the get-go, he's got a screenshot of all of this in his energy patterning. Okay, so if you're thinking he never calls, right, in a weird, miraculous kind of way, he's going to be thinking, and he won't know why, but he's going to be going, should I call her? No, I better not call her, right? Get me? So then if you were negatively thinking, my twin flame, I don't know, is always rude to me when I speak to them. They never understand me. Let's say that's a statement that you are saying, you know, to yourself or out loud even. And the next time you speak, they come in and they do exactly that, right? It's because they're like the screenshot that's happening all of the time. So then, are you having the epiphany yet? What you think about and what you do and how you interact with the world around you, especially in your internal dialogue that you're having with yourself, becomes extremely important, because your twin flame, whether they're divine, masculine or feminine, if you were the original chaser, you are the conscious, okay? You are the awakened one, all right? And whatever you're doing is having this miraculous effect on the other twin, and you didn't even know it probably until today, unless you're really, 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 really super smart and you kind of worked that out, all right? So many twins who are having a hard time in general and don't really know what's going on in the journey go, you know, F that, he or she never comes in, he or she is with someone else, he or she lives too far away, he or she is of a different culture, he or she is of a different religion, he or she, you know, they've got all of this internal dialogue in the conscious part of their mind that's putting doubts into their counterpart's mind, and they don't even know why. Because when the bubble love occurred, you know, that phase when you first come together and you either you look at one another or you speak to one another and go, OMG, this is my person, this is the one. All of a sudden there's this separation, all of a sudden there's this, you know, hang on a minute, why are they acting like that? They were acting like that and now they're acting like that. And so you are like the part that moves them, right? This is for the subconscious, which is the divine masculine usually, is connected to all that you do and works like a muscle, merely reacting. So, the most beautiful saying ever written, I think, is, I don't know who wrote it. If you know who wrote it, write it in the comments. For every reaction, there is an equal or opposite reaction. Okay, so I want you to think about this for a minute, please. For every reaction, there is an equal or opposite reaction. Okay, so let's just say you and I are friends, and I walk up to you and I slap you in the face. Not that I would ever do that, but let's just say I did, just for fun. Was it fun? No. Alright, so let's just say I slap you in the face. There's going to be a reaction, right? You're going to react to me either by saying, oh my goodness, how dare you, or maybe you slap me in the face again and give me some back, or maybe you'll run away and never speak to me again, but there's gonna be a reaction to my action, okay? So whatever you do in your twin flame journey is going to have a reaction, okay? You are the conscious mind. If you're watching this video, more than likely you are the conscious part of the journey and they are the subconscious part of the journey. And many twins go, I don't know why he's doing what he's doing. And it's because they're reacting to what you're doing. Now, I've made my Ascension course and my manifesting course on purpose so that you can, get to the nitty-gritty of this, so that you can come to understand first and foremost who you are, and then you can move on to being able to manifest your twin flame. And I'm really excited to tell you that many of the twin flames who have done both of those courses are now either coming into union with their twin flame or are in union with their twin flame. Okay, everything you need to know is in those two courses, and they are available now in modules. If you can't afford them, as full packages, you can pay them off and do the videos as you want, as slow or as fast as you want to do them. So the last part of this is that I want to bring up religion as a metaphor. Okay, so whether you're religious or not doesn't matter. Okay, this is just as an example so that you can understand this concept a little bit more. A religious or faithful person gives reference to their faith on a daily basis, more than likely. They can't see their creator, whoever that is for them. Might be God, might be Allah, might be Buddha, might be some other deity. But they still maintain their dedication to the chosen path. Alright, so I'll let you screenshot that if you want. A religious or faithful person gives reverence to their faith. They can't see their creator, but still maintain their dedication to the chosen path. This is what the twin flame journey is like. You can't see the end result. You don't know what's going to happen. You're not sure if you're going to end up with them, but you have that knowing, that faith that everything is working out for you. Okay. The most important thing with this concept is to stay positive and to think of your twin flame as the best, most beautiful, most wonderful, most I was going to say exotic. If exotic's your word, that's okay. Maybe one of the twin flames from the collective is saying that, but never think of your twin flame as not coming in, not speaking to you, never going to show up. Always think of them as being by your side, wrapping you up in love, wanting you. The resistance of your mind, okay, is really important here. It's a really important factor. As we know, we've got that conscious part of us, which is the, I'm getting up in the morning, I'm going to brush my teeth, the awake part of ourselves. But remember, we also have the subconscious taking screenshots. So if you were telling yourself for a really long time that your twin flame was never coming in, your twin flame was never gonna this, your twin flame was never gonna that, you've created a subconscious snapshot which has created a separation between you and your twin flame. And for some twin flames, unfortunately, this can go on for many, 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 many years. Alright, so I know the way to union. I've helped many, many, many twin flames come into union, and it's the most gratifying, special thing ever. And I really hope today this video helps you to understand that for every action, and we should add the word thought, for every action. Did I write action? I wrote reaction. Hang on, let me fix this up. Donkey's laughing at me in the background. Sorry. For every action, there is an equal or opposite reaction. Okay, so let me add the word thought. For every action and thought, there is an equal or opposite reaction. Okay, so it sounds weird that if you think about something, you can bring it into being. But if you imagine an artist who, you know, has a vision in their mind of a beautiful landscape that they've never seen before, they can literally, by that thought, bring it into being with their action. And when you know what the right action is, then you can manifest anything that you want into your life. That includes specific people, that includes money, that includes the job of your dreams, the home of your dreams, the car of your dreams, the people, places and situations that you want to attract. Okay, so if you want to reach out to me and do my Ascension course to come into union with yourself as the first and foremost important thing, please do that. I give an Ascension package away, usually monthly or bi-monthly, depending on, you know, what I feel the need is, but I do give those away. I would say that's a prerequisite to the manifesting course, and once you've done both of those courses, you should really see your twin flame, you know, either start coming in and pursuing you, or, you know, wanting to even marry you, or or make love to you. Do I need this? Do I need the swearing bell? I need the making love bell. I don't know. I need another bell. But it's so exciting when you see, you know, twin flames who've come to me in the beginning and they've done the courses, and then they go, you know, I'm in union, or I'm close to union, or he proposed to me, or, you know, we're engaged. You know, it's just so beautiful to see that happening. So I really hope this helps you. And of course, I do twin flame readings, I do general life path readings, I do soulmate readings. And if you want to, you know, you can even purchase a reading for a friend or something, like as a gift. You know, I don't just do twin flame readings, I can do any type of reading that you want. You know, if Joe's going out with Samantha and Joe's your best friend and you think Samantha might not be right for him, you might give Joe a free reading. You might buy him a reading and say, see, she's not the right one for you because Nat said she's not. I don't know, that's a bit of a joke, but Donkey is smiling. Okay, he's smiling because he thinks the dating world is hilarious, but anyway, that's a whole nother situation. But I'm going to try and upload maybe another twin flame video today if I can, just, you know, a tarot reading one, because I know you guys love those. But this twin flame concept today is really, really important, because some of you don't even realize what you're doing on the journey. And if you understand that every action and every thought you do is affecting your other counterpart, then you can at least go, oh, okay, that's why it's happening. That's why he's not coming in, or that's why she's not doing this. You know, take gender and take DM, DF, however it applies to you. Alrighty, I've spoken for long enough. Mwah, I love you all so much. Don't allow those exes, because it's Mercury retrograde, don't say yes to them. Even if you're lonely, don't do it. If you got rid of that person, place or situation in your life, and I just dropped my pen, that might be a metaphor for something, but if you've already gotten rid of people, places and situations that you know do not serve you, do not let them back into your life, because that will also affect your twin flame journey. Okay, I love you all. Mwah. Donkey, alright Donkey, you can say hi very quickly. Donkey says I love you. Look, I love you. See how much he loves you? He's going to bite my finger for the rest of the day. Alright, I'm going to make another video, but it'll be a tarot one. So I'll see you soon. Mwah. See ya.